three major topics we covered this week. The first one was the SLEGO simulation, which was a very simple and easy way to compare a push versus a pull system and see the major difference between both of them. The second big exercise was do a kind of baseline for the business process, for the planning process and the material management process, which showed the complexity and also the variations we have in the process. And the third one is we got some basic training on the Kanban system to be able to improve our current system that we have in place already.
Globally, roughly 1,500 projects. At the moment, we're tracking about 3,000 production slots with 82 projects.
We have right now 15 planning bombs in place, 4 planning bombs for the Cypress machine, while we have already 49 configurations. Right now we have 2,375 parts in the forecast out of 3,600 parts totally. When the tool, this ASCP tool is running, this is done overnight and 46 million lines are run overnight. Right now we have about 153 items that have a lead time that is higher than 31 weeks.
When we have a new build plan on a monthly basis, it's changing around 33%.
That also leads to short cycle time, or the POs are late, we have a push out of the POs, and we have a lot more workload as I described.
So, and the biggest defect we have seen, and just recently we had a defect on the system, so there was no forecast available at all. The second one, last one here on the variations we picked is the unit bomb itself. So after we got the A1, we get the project-specific bill of material. The bombs are still not complete. The outcome of it, yeah, always the same. Short cycle POs, late POs, reschedules in and out, excess material, workload, internal, external, and not to forget, at the end of the day, a lot of costs.
What we saw on the front of our business was already the variations we saw in this process. Me and my team, we took it over here to the buyer and supplier side.
The planned orders on last Monday, and there we have 35,237 planned orders in our system. On a weekly basis, we checking all the order recommendations and we list them which are required for that day. And on last Monday, we have in total 2,387 lines.
And by this week we had 461 items which we had to release. Okay, we have the PO confirmation, which is done by the supplier for roughly 1,000 lines. In total we have 10,204 lines which need to promise from the supplier. Every second week reschedule in and reschedule out. We had to do that last week, and it was reschedule in 851 lines and reschedule out almost 700 lines.
They opened 27 slots in our tool, so they are able to handle 27 trucks per day. For example, we looked up one day, it's about 15 days for Hellmann, 80 days for our own warehouse, and 34 lines again for an external warehouse.
In this case here, I took this for 5 days, the last week of February. So for direct material invoices, we have 96 suppliers with 162 payments, which covers 1,171 invoices.
We have the situation that often no email notifications goes out to the supplier after rescheduling of existing POs, or either also when sending new POs or new Kanban releases to the supplier. That means also that the system outage is not visible for us as a buyer, because I don't know if the supplier received the notification or not. And at the end, this means that we have a late PO recognition of the supplier, and there's really a lot of emails ongoing per change. So for each and every change, they are receiving several emails. So also a problem here is that we cannot really trust the data in the system, because we have so often bomb errors or something else, which...
Imagine that we are then running into the trap that the whole process becomes late. In addition, we're missing then the tracking of these logistics. We have also to expedite these things, to avoid line stop. We have to do extra and additional transportation, and with this is additional costs. This relates to missing or wrong goods receipt booking on the one hand, or the matching of the invoices to the goods receipt booking. This has to be corrected in these cases over and over again.
So basically everything starts with Salesforce to receive all the demands. It goes through PTS, which is our portfolio tracking system. Here are all the list of modules we have inside Oracle. At the end, to cover the inventory process, we have 21 applications or modules.
We end up our portion here with our team.